Title of the first section today is Review, Solving Equations. First equation, 18x minus 5 equals 3 in parentheses 5x minus 2. Solve this equation. We can first get rid of the parentheses. The 3 outside we can distribute or multiply inside. 18x minus 5 would stay the same, equals 3 times 5 would be 15x. 3 times a negative 2 would be negative 6 or minus 6. Solving from here, we can put all the variables on one side. We can subtract 15x. 18x minus 15x would be 3x minus 5 equals negative 6. Adding 5 to both sides. 3x equals negative 6 plus 5 would be negative 1. Different signs will subtract. The 6 is bigger, so it's negative. And last step, divide by 3. X equals, we'll have the fraction negative 1/3. Second equation and last equation for the section. 5m minus 2 inside parentheses m plus 2 equals negative in parentheses 2m plus 15. This equation, we have two sets of parentheses. Again, anytime you have a number or a negative outside the parentheses, we can distribute that to get rid of the parentheses. 5m would stay the same. Negative 2 times m would be negative 2m. And negative 2 times 2 would be negative 4. On the right hand side, negative 2m would be negative 2m, and negative plus 15 would be minus 15. Next step, we have like terms on the left hand side. Like terms again are the same variable with the same exponent. 5m minus 2m would be 3m minus 4 equals negative 2m minus 15. With variables on the left and right side, we can move all the variables to one side by adding 2m to both sides. 3m plus 2m would be 5m minus 4 equals negative 15. Adding 4 to both sides. 5m equals negative 15 plus 4 would be negative 11. Different signs, subtract. 15 is bigger, so we have negative for the answer. And last step, divide by 5. So m equals, you can leave your answer in fraction form as long as it's reduced. Negative 11 over 5. Or if you want to, you can do a mixed number. 5 goes into 11 two times. There's 1 left over. So that would be 2 and 1/5. The negative stays on there. So that would be negative 2 and 1/5. Title of the last section today is Equations. with no solution or identity. This question will have equations, which when we solve will either have no solution, which means no number works, or identity, which means every number works. First equation is 6x plus 1 equals 6x minus 8. Solving this equation, we have variables on both sides. Combine the variables, we can subtract 6x. 6x minus 6x would cancel. The 1 would come down. 6x minus 6x also cancels, and the negative 8 comes down. In this case, when all the variables cancel out and you're left with two numbers, we have 1 equals negative 8, which is a false statement. If all the variables cancel out and you're left with a false statement, this would be no solution. Second equation and last equation for the section, 3, and then parentheses x minus 4 equals 3x minus 12. Solving this one, we can first get rid of the parentheses by distributing or multiplying the 3. 3 times x would be 3x, and 3 times negative 4 would be negative 12, equals 3x minus 12. If you look at both sides of the equation, they're both exactly the same. If you continue to solve, you can subtract 3x on both sides. 3x minus 3x would cancel. Negative 12. 3x minus 3x also cancels, and negative 12 comes down. In this case, the variables cancel out, and we're left with a true statement. Negative 12 does equal negative 12. If it is a true statement, the answer would be identity, which again means every number works for this equation.